Youth of Purpose. Brought to you by Uganda First.
Hello, welcome to Youth of Purpose, a show that is here to empower you and transform you as a young person as far as contributing to this country's development is concerned, and better, becoming better in all that we do and making sure that whichever opportunities are available in our country, as we all understand, the youth are, the young people are the biggest population of this country. We all understand that we need to empower ourselves to be able to develop our country, to make sure that Uganda becomes better. Now today we are talking about a very interesting topic that I believe is going to transform your life by the time you get done watching this show. And we're looking at how you can be able to make money through social media. We're talking about using social media to do business. And I have a very great panel here today. Very beautiful, good-looking lady, Tracy Chidabo. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And gentleman, Kabila Dennis. You are welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Kindly say hello to the viewer.
Yes. Hello, viewers. My name, as Ivan has introduced me, I'm Kabila Dennis from Uganda Christian University. I'm so privileged to be here.
Tracy.
Hello everyone, my name is Tracy Chirabo and I'm from Makerere University. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be here. Thank you. I am a student awaiting graduation in May from a Bachelor's of Science in Biotechnology, Makerere University. Then aside that, I do social media marketing, I do digital marketing on various social media platforms.
Who is a digital marketer? Of maybe to make it a little bit common, who is an influencer? That's the word we're much more used to.
A social media influencer is someone who uses their social media platforms to communicate to particular groups of people. Influence, you have the power and the capacity to shape people's minds and what they think and influence them to maybe buy particular things, basically according to what you're working on.
Amazing.
Yes.
Kabila, what do you do?
I'm a law student in my fourth year at UCU. I'm also in the guild government. I've been in the guild government as the Prime Minister in the 23rd guild government. I'm also a businessman who has utilized social media.
Can social media be used to do business, or can we do social media as a business?
Social media can be used to run so many things, so many enterprises, in various sectors of life. Social media can be used to sell products to the public, to communicate, because nowadays we find that so many people are on social media. Very many platforms. Is it Facebook? Is it Twitter? Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? LinkedIn, Pinterest? So social media can really be used in so many ways.
So basically someone is asking themselves, if I get to, do a lot of postings, get a lot of followers, how do I earn money through this?
I think it was during COVID. So I was home and I was really bored. Like, you've done everything, you don't know when you're going back to school. So I get my phone and start getting active on social media. It's some place you can pass time, you laugh your lungs out. So in the process of texting, of reaching out, of interacting with so many people on social media, you find that your following is increasing, it's growing. So the more you reach, your following grows, there's an audience you get to have. So you find that different brands, different organizations, different companies, they want people with an audience. Can you post out something and have engagement? Can people see what you're talking about? Can you check your activity and you see your as you go deeper into social media, there are very many tools we have to analyze your engagement, to see how many people retweet what you're tweeting, how many people actually see what you've tweeted. So basically the whole environment is something else. So from that, I think when I reached about 8,000 followers at that time, I got people reach out to me and they're like, hey Tracy, can you help us push this? Can you help us post about this? And you find yourself getting so many of these offers.
So how do you build that kind of an audience and following?
It was through, I think, constant engagement. Like I said, it was during COVID lockdown. I was very idle. Wow. I was really, really bored. So you find if I'm done with my home chores, I'm just going to get my phone. So you find that all the time I'm on my phone. So that is the constant engagement I'm talking about, consistency. Yeah, then once in a while you post a picture. Basically, you keep people
what kind
what's happening.
What kind of content do you put on your handles?
I love talking about life. So I would randomly, if I wake up in the morning and something has happened, I would post what has happened, and you find people actually relating to what has happened to you. Also, I love leadership. I have been a leader at Macquarie University in the student leadership. So maybe if it's something to do with women empowerment, you post something motivating, something funny, and yeah.
But it seems people on social media don't like serious stuff. So when you talk about leadership, talk about motivation, it's stuff they're going to be like, hey, who are you trying to motivate? And I think that's why some people have gone the other way of having to post dirty stuff to be able to pull following.
When you look at social media, like I said, nowadays everyone is on social media. It's up to you to know the kind of, the kind of audience you run. If I started my account by posting nude pictures, posting dirty content, posting all those things, that is the audience I'm going to have. But if I grew my account with posting a few funny things, stuff about life, stuff about business, you find that is the audience you actually carry. Wow. So it's up to you to shape your audience. Amazing.
Coming to you, Kabila.
Yes, sir.
What does social media mean to you? And as far as making money, do you think young people can use the social media platforms to be able to better themselves and earn a living other than just posting and getting followings?
I want it to be crystal clear that social media is here to stay. So if someone still has a mindset that we are going back, I'm sorry for you.
Wow.
You either embrace it or it will embrace you.
Wow.
Why do I say that? From the least person to the topmost person in this nation, for example, we are all on social media. It has reached to a level of late that even the most important information, for
is
example,
communicated through social media.
For example, we all know how the president told us about the death of the fallen great man, Jacob Olanya. Oh. So I want it to be crystal clear to the young people out there that social media is here to stay. As my sister Tracy was saying earlier on, but it's upon you to choose how to use social media. You can either use it for the good or for the bad. But even I want first to correct you. It's not that most people there love stupid things. No. It's just that the few who love the stupid things are vocal.
Wow.
But most
why are they vocal? Because to become vocal, if it's Twitter, you must have retweets. If it's Facebook, you must have shares and people liking, and you know.
Even when we were young, we were told that the empty things make the loudest noise. Yes. Wow. If people like Tracy who have serious issues to discuss, they do not have time to make a lot of noise. So back to your question. I think according to me, the girl child has embraced more social media for business purposes as compared to the boy child. You might be there and you're like, look here, I can't have a following. Like for my sister, I'm deep in the village. The people that I know, even if I can count my friends, they are not 100. But I have seen young people who, they go downtown, buy nice clothes, come, take pictures, post on their Facebook, on their WhatsApp status, put on their Twitter, and a friend says, I want that. So the first thing that we learn from social media in terms of business is that our customers are our friends. You don't need to wake up and start up a business when you are not sure.
Start paying rent and stuff. You don't have enough capital.
Yes.
So
even in your bedroom, even that bedroom where you sleep down, you can start up a business. Wow. 2, Shira Gashumba buys wigs, those celebrity wigs, from outside, posts them, and big celebrities buy them and earns like that. So I think we can embrace it wherever we are, even deep in the village. Now, even that one causes 1 or 2 questions. The first question is the network, the internet availability, because my brother or sister of mine might be looking at it and look here, I am in Kanungu, I'm in Kaberamaido, I hardly get network. 2, electricity. We all know these gadgets that we use, the smartphones that we use, easily get off. They need to be charged, recharged. So I think those are the 2 issues that we can do help the youth boost their businesses.
How do we access content? Because the biggest issue, actually, you even see the celebrities we have here in Uganda. Someone saying, you know, you're trying to copy what I do, you're trying to post the content that is almost the same like mine. Okay. You're like, so the biggest issue is about content if people are to make money. But what are other ways that we can be able to create creatively and innovatively create content that is unique?
Run business on social media, you have to be ready to create content, not just written content, because content can be in so many ways. I can write something, a phrase to, you know, please this and this and this and this, and people are reading it. Yeah. Then also you can decide to go and make a video. You can make a video maybe of what you're trying to sell, of what you're trying to, you know, you show people what you're doing, make a skit to be, basically you have to really tap into that creative sense of yours. Or you can go ahead and maybe record yourself saying something and share it all over social media. So basically I think social media is a place whereby you're going to, if you're using it for business, you have to be ready to tap into those creative skills and bring them out there.
So how do you build trust if you're to do business online, such that someone can say, I'm going to buy your product online and I'm certain that product is going to be of quality?
Trust is personal.
Yeah.
It's not inherent. It's how you are abroad, it's your qualities, it's the values that you as a person hold. I want to. So if you believe in integrity, you tell someone I will deliver you a cake, like most girls these days do business of cake on social media. You say at 1, you don't bring it at 2. The next day, yet the birthday was yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So 1, why should you build the trust? Because you will stand the test of time. For so long, I've been asking myself, Ivan, why does someone choose to go to a shop where they sell something expensively and leave something cheap, which they sell cheaply? And I've got that one of the reasons is because these people who sell at a bit higher trust deliver. And they give things of quality. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, if you want to stand the test of time, embrace trust. If you tell people at 2 I will be there, please deliver. If you tell my decoration you will have natural flowers, I don't bring artificial flowers. Do exactly. Then, second of all, how that one will help you. For example, my sister Tracy, if I come Tracy and I'm like, Tracy, please help me influence my event. And Tracy is like, okay, I will do for you 3 times, morning, lunch and evening. If you do well for me, tomorrow I will tell Ivan. Hey, Ivan, by the way, I know someone is good, and if he says he will do it, he will do it. That's how you can increase it. But 2, from a legal perspective, the other day, one of the members of parliament, I think the earlier member of Central, Honorable Mohammed Serko, asked for leave from parliament to present a bill. Although it's not yet a law, the bill is to streamline that, to streamline how social media is done. How do we avoid falsehoods? How do we avoid people who masquerade? They come, put a face and they are like boutique, Yvonne's boutique. You send money and someone even has never seen a boutique in their life. So as lawyers and from the law fraternity, I think it's a good move that is being taken to streamline social media so that we can have the right way.
Amazing. Coming to you, the influencers, Tracy. I've on a number of occasions gotten influencers to do my events and promote for me other stuff. And I've had a number of them that have disappointed. So you know what, for me to influence for you, this is how much you need to pay me. You pay someone and they don't deliver. To your part, leaving out the other side of products and stuff of quality. How do we ensure that we build the trust? Because this is a business you're going to build. And also you can explain to us, if a company is coming to you to influence for them, what are some of those things that they do look at? If I'm having a Twitter account, what do I need to work on to make sure that these companies get interested in me?
Being an influencer or being someone on social media, you also know people who stand out. You also get to know other people who are into the social media business. So maybe you're there, you give your friends and you're like, by the way, let's work for this person on this gig, and your friends will disappoint. It happens. Or back to the employers as well. The organization has come. They're like, please help us push this product, push this campaign, and they don't pay. It happens. So I think in this case, most times before I go ahead to work, or before most times to go ahead to work, there are people in this whole business, there are people that we have worked with on a day-to-day basis, and these are the people who are going to bring in the gigs, the employment or the work. So if I'm working with a friend of mine and they're like, by the way, this person and this person is going to work, we're working for this organization, we have this campaign, it's about maybe gender equality, we're going to start tomorrow. Most times the people who are bringing in the business, you know them. At least I know if it is Ivan that has given me the job, or there's no way I'm going to, there's no way they are going to reach there and you are going to ask for the payment after, and they're like, no, there's no payment, no. You've worked with these people for a while to actually know that they always deliver. Then also you find that maybe the organization can be like, let's do half, let's pay you half at the start. When you deliver, we shall give you the rest.
Yeah, because I think most times it's about numbers. I say I want to reach this kind of number of people.
Or maybe you can be like, I want to trend. I want to trend on the social media trends for Uganda. I want to come and find my hashtag there. So once you trend, by the time you've trended, people have really seen what.
Amazing. So from this explanation and the discussion we're having, we can both agree that social media is a lucrative kind of business, and if you strategically do it, you can be able to make a living out of it. And for that case, it has made lots of people, both with evil and good intentions, to do the business. So that's where we get the issues of misinformation, disinformation, fake news and whatever. So how do we be able to clean this business? Because the picture will still stay painted on social media. It's like when they talk about blockers, these people who find people houses, properties and stuff, and there are those ones who are fake. The moment they see a blocker, they have that kind of a picture. So the same thing with social media. If these people that are giving wrong information, fake news and stuff, just for the sake of getting followers and influencing, then our business or your business will be getting issues. How do we make sure that the issues, misinformation and disinformation, are handled and this business becomes clean?
I don't think we will ever be able to wipe away misinformation and disinformation. I mean, people have their phones and they're in their bedrooms. Are you going to go door per door, people's rooms, give me your phone, do not post this, do not lie to people? It is something we are never going to do away. It's not us facing, it's all over the world.
Isn't it the reason you think there should be regulation of social media? Where whether it's someone in their bedroom or wherever they are, they can be tracked and be responsible for whatever they do post.
Yes, we all wish for that. If it happens, well and good. But right now, if I'm looking at being realistic right now, I don't see it happening anytime soon. So, and even with all these things happening, we should not neglect the fact that there are still people who are using social media for good. And the fact that you had said it is here to stay. It is here going to be here for a long while. So I really don't think there's a point whereby you're going to sit down and regulate people and tell them, no, do not post this, do not, because I am in my room, I'm in my home, I'm in my garden, I am posting anything I want to post at any time. But then aside from that, there are us who are also using it for the better good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So coming to you, Kabila.
Yes, sir.
Social media, as we understand, we now want to do it as a business. If I want to strategically position myself right to benefit from this kind of business, what are those things that I must do?
You begin with your friends. You begin with your friends. Two, you have a line of thought. You don't jump. Today you're on religion, tomorrow you're on politics, then you're on sports, then you know music. As she has told you, she talks about life and motivation. That's her line of thought. So meaning people will know, she will even have expert and good knowledge in that. But on social media, we have people who know everything in town. Who know who has slept where, who has eaten where. I think that's not the right way.
Just doing gossip.
Yes, please. So I think one of the ways, if you have right.
I think that's about building a specific kind of audience.
Yes, please. Then three, you can even follow people who have followers. They follow you back. Today I've met her, I'm going to follow if she feels, because when she likes, for example, on Twitter, all her people can see what she has liked, and you'll get people who like you too.
How do we use those numbers to solve the issue of unemployment. Tracy?
As young people, we want things quickly. We want quick things. You don't know that you find someone with this someone working on social media, they are marketing, and you just think maybe they woke up in the morning and that's how it happened. These are people who took time. You take months to actually see that your account has grown. You take months engaging on different platforms, talking to different people, and in the end it works. So maybe I could advise a young person out there to venture into this. Don't let's use our phones. Yeah, talk to everyone you want to talk to, but look at it as let me try to grow my account. Let me see where that will go, and in the long run, you find yourself into another field.
Ivan, about that, I request for a second to add something on what my sister has said. One, I want to talk about. I think it's key if we are discussing this topic. We even talk about the tax that is added on social media use. Yes, OTT was removed, but we know where it was slapped to. And we know we are a young generation and the economics are below and people are poor, the poverty line. So if we are to help the 78% of the population, I believe we need to check on that tax. Two, I've been reading, you see that developing countries, Ivan, I found out in China, they removed Sujui Twitter, Sujui Facebook, and what did they enroll to? Their own young people have developed applications, social media platforms that only work in China that are used there.
I think that's amazing, and from that, you know, we have been seeing what is happening with the Russia-Ukraine crisis, and I think it's helping us the same way the COVID pandemic helped us to kind of wake up and you know, think of how we can be able to act independent. So you ask yourself, you see the Russian TV channel being blocked from being accessed in very many European countries, in Africa and stuff. And you ask yourself, if you have focused and you're relying, let's say, on Twitter, and that's your business, and one day something happens and Twitter says, boom, deletes all the accounts and it's not going to be operational in Uganda. Facebook, boom, it's gone. WhatsApp, gone. Where will we be?
Yes, that's the question.
Honestly, where will we be?
Because they keep on threatening us. If you don't do this, we'll be...
Yeah, definitely. That happened. Even actually during the election, you saw many accounts of some public figures being blocked. People want followers, and they are doing anything it takes to get this following. And people will lose themselves just to get followers. And people are getting depressed. People are having mental issues. And when it becomes to the ladies, it's good you said ladies are doing well on social media than us. Maybe they have good content that people want to see. But again, they are doing everything they can just for the sake of getting the following. How are we going to be able to manage that? The social media and the need to have followers doesn't take us from who we are, and it doesn't affect us mentally.
Okay, let me give you a very small example, Ivan.
Yeah.
It's as if you are on a road and you are driving and you see someone driving fast.
Yeah.
And you also want to bypass them, but you don't know their destination. You don't know where they are going to. You don't know why they are driving fast, but you also want to show, I have a car. I have a car.
Maybe they even want to commit suicide.
Maybe yes, and they might die with you.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is to the young people out there, do not join in competition. Run your own race. Do not start comparing, hey, this one has bought a new car on social media. You don't know where they get those things. You don't know the price that they pay to get those things. So let social media not lay standards for you to end up being competitive in an unhealthy way.
Social media shows us that people's lives are doing better. Social media makes you feel like you see someone spending so much money and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? Or you see people a very happy relationship and for you, for me, I'm not like that. So social media it's good, yes, but you should also not ignore the fact that it brings about so many comparisons. So you find that all the time you're looking for what that person has instead of enjoying what you have. You look that you're always chasing after something. You want to get that money. You want to hang out with these people. You want to be in an aeroplane because you saw this celebrity in an aeroplane. Yeah, so I feel like social media has created this impact whereby we're always looking for that better. Can we sit down and enjoy our lives the way they are? Yes, look for better, but do not lose yourself in the process. That's something I could tell someone.
What are some of those big challenges that you've had as far as using social media is concerned?
Social media is very addictive.
Wow.
It's pretty
Talk about
addictive.
the addiction. 24/7 you want to be on your
24/7 I'm always on my phone. You're a student, you're a daughter, you have to do other things as well. But then you find that, man, I want to be on social media, I want to do this. So you have to fight that as well.
Have you experienced harassment on social media?
Yes. It does happen. People are going to you're going to post something and someone will just come and abuse what you've posted. Or you're going to, or body shame you or do that. But one advice I can give to someone that is going through that, just do not respond.
Wow.
There are things where you'll need to respond, I'll get to that. But then there are times whereby someone is going to come and say something really nasty to your picture or to something you're trying to say. The more you engage with this person, you're creating more attraction to yourself. People love banter, people want to know what this person has said about this. Like basically you're giving people what they want to see. So I think the best thing to do is just do not respond. But if I'm working for an organization and I have posted out a message and someone has not understood the message and they have created their own message, I will come back to clarify. That is now different. I will come back and clarify and be like, I was saying this and this. That is when I respond. But if it is to trolls, banter, negative energy, I try my best to keep away from that, and it has given me peace. Yes.
No attention to bad energy.
No.
Now,
Not
let's
at all.
listen into this friend of ours. Who also gives us his perspective as far as use of social media as a business and what his opinion is. We'll be right back.
Hello everyone, my name is Calvin Olupot Bahati. I'm in my 4th year pursuing a Bachelor of Laws at Uganda Christian University. My thoughts on social media is that this is part of the new normal. You know, after COVID, yes, it was existent, but now the level at which the world is embracing this thing is quite significant. So we ought to hop on and try to profit from it. Now, social media all comes back to our right to have freedom to express ourselves, but in the enjoyment of this freedom, definitely, you ought to keep in mind that other people also have rights and freedoms. So you ought not to step. So if you're to communicate, know how you're communicating. If you're to profit from social media, you ought to strategize yourself in a way that, you know, yes, I've done this, I'm going to get out of it. Now, in terms of social media, even the content that you post will attract the kind of people that will observe you. If you choose to post up politics, definitely, it means it will attract that class of people. If you choose to post up sports, it will also bring those kind of people. So first, we need to establish what are your preferences, you know. Then also the preferences that you post up definitely tell us volumes about who you are, because people won't have time to check up you personally or in person physically. We only have to look at the social media feed and know this member thinks in such a way. So we need to know, we need to be cautious that if I'm posting this kind of content, it's how the world is actually going to judge me at the end of the day.
That's all we had for you today on Youth of Purpose. I believe as a young person out there, you know what you should be able to do to earn from your phone. That smartphone you're always holding and posting, the data that you do use. Make sure it brings back something. Every coin that you spend, make sure that you have an opportunity to also earn from it. And it's the information from these young people that I believe is going to help you to get transformed. As we conclude, Tracy and Kabida, what's a must take home for a young person out there or any other Ugandan who wants to do social media as a business?
Yes, thank you, Ivan, and thank you for this opportunity. To take homes, one, try so hard to make a choice, to be intentional on the way that you use social media, because it does not make sense to me to have 10,000 followers, and when you are in emergency and you need 100,000, there is no one to give it to you. Leave social media, please. That means you are not using it for the right purpose. 2, run your race. Do not compare yourself because someone is looking good, someone is on a trip to Dubai. You don't know the price that they pay.
As I conclude, I want to tell a young person out there that people are using social media. You might be confused on how do I start, how do I begin? This is a whole new field. Get your phone, engage with people, constantly engage with people, tell them what you think. You don't know who is watching. So many people are watching. with whatever you're doing, by the way. So you should also maybe want to conduct yourself in a particular kind of way. But yeah, post, and you never know which doors are going to open, because there are so many people on social media. There's a whole social network out there that you would want to tap into. So go for it.
My name is Ivan Tumukunde. I thank you so much for watching this show. Follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, Ivan Tumukunde. I'm on Twitter, I_Tumukunde, and on Instagram, I_Tumukunde. Thank you so much for watching this show. See you next time.
Youth of Purpose.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for watching, and for God having given us an opportunity to be here to talk about the Easter season. Why do we celebrate the Easter? Why do we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ? This is a period, this is a time when we remember that Jesus Christ was once on earth. He came, he was born like any other child.